Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with some crocheting. I want to finish the mini quilt that I started several weeks ago. I kind of dropped the ball on it, but we're going to wrap things up. I have made two different stitch blocks so far, a seed stitch block and something that I can't remember what I called it. There's a playlist link down below with those two blocks, and I made 3 of each. Today we're going to be making what I'm going to call like Lacy single crochet. It's just all single crochet, but we also do a chain stitch and skip, so it makes it a little bit lacy. I've already done 2. This is what it looks like. I'm going to be doing one in yellow today, and then after this block we're going to do one more stitch, and I will do 3 blocks of that, and that is going to give me 12 blocks total, and that's going to be enough for my mini quilt, which would be good for a small child or for a doll or stuffed animal. A child loves to wrap up their babies, and then I will show you guys how to put it together. So let's just get started. I'm using yellow, and then I'll have one more color to use, so it's going to be like a patchwork Afghan. And we're going to start with a chain of 18. For this particular print, you need to chain an even number. We're going to work an odd number. So whatever size block you want to chain an even number. So I'm going to chain 18. Oh, and I'm in a different location. You can see I'm on my craft table. And that is because where I was, I can still hear my mother's TV even with the door shut. So we moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, and 18. Yes, I'm going fast. I have a couple of beginner videos that you can watch if you're brand new to crocheting. And there are a gazillion tutorials online that you can look at. Once you know a little bit, you can come back and see how to make this block. So we're going to do single crochet and then a chain. So we're going to not use this one because that's the hole that our yarn is coming out of. So we go to this guy and we're going to do a single crochet. So we just go in, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now we're going to chain 1, chain. Now we're going to skip the next one and we're going to go to this one and we're going to single crochet in there. Single crochet and chain 1. And we're going to do that all the way across. So once again, normally we would go here, but we're skipping it. We're going here. Go in, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through both, and chain 1. I'm just going to do that all the way across. Skip, go here, and chain. Skip this guy, go here. Single crochet and chain. And if you did it correctly, you're always going to end with a single crochet. Here's the one we're skipping. We go right here for a single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. We're going to start with our single crochet, and we're going under both threads of yarn. Sometimes we can go here, sometimes we can go here, but we're going under both for this one. So under, pull the yarn through, yarn over, single crochet, and chain. Now we're going to skip the next V, and we're going into this one. We're actually going to be crocheting in the previous crochet. So you can see here's a crochet, and here's a space, here's a crochet, here's a space. So we're skipping the space and we're going into the crochet. And single crochet and chain. So skip this guy, that V right there, skip it, go to the next one, under, single crochet and chain. Skip, go to this one, under, single crochet and chain. And we're doing that all the way across. And we're going to end by skipping this V and going into this last one right here. Single crochet, chain 1 and turn. And we're just going to do that for the entire block. We're going to be doing 16 rows. I'll show you how to count it after. I'll do one more row with you. Single crochet, chain, skip this guy, go into the next one, single crochet and chain. When you do it, you're going to know really quick like where your hook has to go. Like I can see this is the V that's got the space, so I'm skipping that V. I don't have to look at the top. I just know I'm skipping that space and I'm going into this guy. Single crochet and chain. Skipping that, I'm going into this guy. Single crochet and, whoops, gotta pull some yarn. And chain. So I'm skipping here, I'm going in here. Single crochet and chain. And I'm just doing that all the way across. And I'm turning. I am going to continue off camera and I will be right back and show you how we finish this off. Alright, I did 16 rows on this one. For some of the other blocks in this series, we did 14, but this is a shorter stitch, so we needed 16, and it's still kind of a little bit tiny. I could have made a stitch bigger, or 2 stitches bigger this way. But now we're going to go around, and I want to show you how to count. First of all, to know that you ended on an even row, your little tail is going to be on the bottom right, and you want to be done at the top left. See how that is? Diagonal. So we know we have an even number of rows. It's hard to see the bumps on yellow, but you can see there's like a bump. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's 2 rows per bump. I will show you on the darker color. But this one's already finished, but you can see maybe the green one is better. You can see how there's ridges. Ignore the edge that I made. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So that's how you can tell without having to keep track of every row. You just count your ridges. Now we're at the end and we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to work a single crochet all the way around. When we get to the corners, we're going to do single crochet, chain, single crochet in the same hole. And I like to start with that. So I'm just going to go somewhere here and I'm going to do single crochet, chain, and now I want 16 single crochets across here. We know we have 16 rows, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and I'm going to put 2 stitches at the end of each one of these bumps here, and then I'll know that I'll have 16. So the first one I'm going to do is right back here, right where I did the single crochet chain, and I'm going in. Single crochet, so that's 1. And then I'm going to do the next one. Let's see. I'm just going to go right here. You can really go anywhere you want. I'm going to go like inside this bump here. So that'll be number 2. Now I'll go here for number 3. Let's see, right there. And in that bump for number 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. We know we want 16, so am I about halfway? I am. So I have 8. I got 8 more to go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 right here in the corner. Now don't get too caught up with where you're sticking your crochet hook. It doesn't matter. Just try to get 16 stitches across, and that's only because that's what we did for the other blocks. We're trying to get them all to be like 16 stitches across. And look, I have a knot here, which is frustrating me. And if you don't end up with 16, or you're not sure, you lost count, and you don't really know how to count it, don't worry about it. It's all going to work out in the end. So now I want to chain 1, and I'm going to start right back in that same spot with number 1, and I'm going in this direction now. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now here's a good example. I'm doing number 16. I have this spot and this spot, but if I go here, that would be 16, 17. So I'm just skipping that one. I'm going right to the corner. 16. Nobody's ever going to know that I skipped a stitch. I might have put two close together over here. I don't care. So now I'm done. I did 16. I'm chaining 1, and I'm going right back in this hole. And there's number 1. I'm going this way, and I'm going to hold my yarn here, my tail, and I'm going to crochet over that so we can bury that as we go. So that was number 1. Number 2. See how I'm holding the yarn here? Now we want to do number 3 now. See, I'm holding this yarn on top, and I'm going to capture it. See, I'm going like that, and I'm just holding it there. So when I do my number 3 stitch, we're enclosing this. Number 4. Let's see, where do I want to go? Let's do it here. 5, 6, and we're getting rid of that whole tail. 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, and 16. Right here. Looks good. Chain 1. Now I'm going to do 16 across this way. 1. Let's see. I'm going to go to here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, and okay, that's 15. Now when we're at the beginning, we had already started with a chain, so we don't have to do a 16th. What we're going to do is just connect. So I'm just going to stick my hook under a V in that corner and pull through. Now I need to cut. I need some scissors. Hang on. And I'm going to cut a fairly long tail. And what I do is I just pull the yarn through, and then I put my hook where that yarn is coming out. See, the yarn is coming out like right here. I'm just putting my hook through there, and I'm going to pull the yarn through the back like that, and it finishes it off really nice and neat. Now I turn it around, and I'm going to finish it. I didn't on the other blocks, but I since have, and this way we won't have any yarn to worry about. And what you can do is stick your hook under, well, it only has to be under one piece of yarn. And this is just on the back. And I like to pull through once and then pull the yarn through to make a knot. Tighten that. Now we're just going to weave the end in. I switched to a smaller hook because it makes it easier. And I'm just going to stick my hook under some strands of yarn on the back side. Like that. I'm going to grab this and pull it through. We're just weaving it through. Let's go get some more here. Like this. You'll find some place to stick it. And we'll just pull it through all these guys. And I just go ahead and I do it again. I like to do a whole big long piece so it's really snug in there. You can wash the Afghan 100 times and it's going to stay put. So that's good. And now I can just snip this And we are done this block. And I know I'm awfully close. Back up a little bit. So that is it. I now have 9 blocks completed. I have 3 in this stitch, and I have 2 other stitches. You can go watch those videos and get caught up if you want. We will be doing one more set of 3, and then the next video will be the end, and we will be putting them all together. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!